The setting sun cast a deep crimson glow over the once glorious city of Haojing. What was once a thriving capital now lay in ruins, with smoke curling up from the smoldering remains of its grandeur. Among the desolation stood Ji Yeju, a young man whose world had been shattered in a single day. Just yesterday, he was a deposed crown prince. Today, fate had burdened him with a new title, King of the Zhou Dynasty. But there was no joy in his heart. His father, King Zhou of Zhou, had perished at the hands of the invading Quanrong tribes, and Baosi, the woman whose beauty had caused everything, had also fallen in the chaos. His fists clenched, nails biting into his palms. The physical pain was nothing compared to the turmoil within. "Your Highness," a gravelly voice called from behind. It was from his maternal grandfather, the Marquis of Shen. The old man's gaze was sharp and calculating. "The ministers have agreed to support your ascension to the throne. From this day forth, you shall be known as King Ping of Zhou." King Ping, as he would now be called, looked at the Marquis of Shen with a mix of gratitude and suspicion. He knew that this very man had played a role in orchestrating the Quanrong invasion, leading to his father's demise. But at this moment, he had no choice but to rely on his grandfather's blood-stained hands. "Grandfather," King Ping spoke cautiously, "Haojing is no longer safe. Where do we go from here?" The Marquis's lips curled into a smile filled with hidden meaning. "Your Highness is wise. We cannot remain here. I have already contacted the feudal lords of Zheng, Qin, and Jin. They are prepared to escort us to Luoyi." King Ping nodded thoughtfully. Luoyi, the former secondary capital, might serve as a fresh beginning for the dynasty. However, their deliberations were abruptly interrupted by a frantic guard. "Your Majesty, terrible news! Your uncle, Yu Chen, has declared himself king in the western regions." A heavy silence fell. The Marquis was the first to break it. "Your Majesty, we must act decisively. Only by consolidating more power can we counter your ambitious uncle." King Ping took a deep breath, steeling himself. "Give the order. We leave for Luoyi now." Thus, in the harsh winter of 770 BCE, the young King Ping led what remained of his court eastward, under the protection of allied feudal states. This journey marked not just a change in location, but a pivotal shift in the fate of the Zhou dynasty. Throughout the perilous trek, King Ping struggled to solidify his rule. His claim to the throne was tenuous at best, constantly threatened by both his uncle's ambitions and the opportunism of the feudal lords. At every stop, he navigated the dangerous waters of politics, offering land and titles in exchange for loyalty. The support of the state of Qin proved to be especially critical. Duke Xiang of Qin not only provided substantial aid during the Eastward Migration, but also shielded the Zhou royal house from external threats in the years that followed. In gratitude, King Ping granted Qin vast territories in the west, unwittingly laying the foundation for Qin's eventual rise to dominance. Yet, the game of power never ended. Even after reaching Luoyi, King Ping found himself beset by internal divisions. The court was split between those loyal to him and those who secretly backed his uncle. King Ping had to tread carefully, appeasing courtiers while securing alliances with the feudal lords. 2 decades passed. The once naive youth had become a shrewd and hardened ruler, but the realm remained fractured. Finally, in 750 BCE, King Ping made a calculated move. With the aid of Duke Wen of Jin, he launched a daring coup, crushing this uncle's forces and ending 20 years of discord. As the final report of victory reached him, the now middle-aged King Ping stood before his palace in Luoyi, staring out toward the western lands he had once called home. He had become the nominal ruler of the realm, but at a tremendous cost. The authority of the Zhou royal house had been irreparably weakened, while the power of the feudal states had grown beyond control. He knew a new era was dawning, one in which the Zhou kings would no longer be the true masters of the land. The dynasty had survived, but its golden age was long gone. Thank you for watching the story of King Ping of Zhou. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. The upcoming stories of the Eastern Zhou dynasty will be even more captivating.